So, good day, good afternoon. My name is Bidemi, and I'll, I'll be teaching you today on the importance of reading, part two. So, yesterday I did the part one of why it's important for people to read. Um, Welcome, Frank Mimi. So good to see you. How are you? So, yesterday I did a podcast. I did a live video on the importance of reading. So today I'm doing the part two. So for everyone that will listen to this later, I just want to say thank you. I really love the feedback I got from the first video. I really loved it. So I decided to do the part two of the importance of reading. Welcome, my brother Abada Gudosi. So good to see you. So I'm going to start straight away so that people can learn so quick and so fast. Number one of the importance of reading is reading requires first one thing we must know is reading requires patience, diligence, and determination. Reading requires patience, diligence, and determination. It simply means that someone who is a good reader is automatically a patient person, because reading will improve these skills in you. So don't forget the three things I mentioned about. I said reading requires patience. Welcome, Queen Idera. So good to see you. Reading requires patience, diligence, and determination. Generally, for you to get the best out of life, for you to also be the best version of yourself, you require those three things: patience, diligence, and determination. So reading helps you to improve these things. Number two, reading improves concentration. One of the difficult things that people find it hard to do is to concentrate. People can't stay too long without checking their phones. People can't stay too long without going on the computer. They just want to be doing things. In fact, one of the major issues is that people cannot sit still and meditate and think without having disruptive thoughts. So, and it's possible for you to build yourself to concentrate. One of the best ways to build your concentration level is to start reading. Start reading what interests you. Because I say to you, what interests me might not interest you. What interests someone else might not interest you. Though there are some basic books people must read. Whether you have interest or not, you just have to, like the Bible. It's going to guide you. You don't have any choice. It's a good book for people. It's going to help. It will also help your mental faculty. So reading improves concentration. Reading improves concentration. Number three, one of the things I learned while because I went through an article, so I'm going to share that article when I'm done on my page, so you can go and check it. Is that reading enhances fluid reasoning. I don't know if people have heard it. This is the first time I also saw it. Reading enhances fluid reasoning or fluid intelligence. What is fluid reasoning, or what's fluid intelligence? Fluid intelligence is the ability to solve problems, understand things, and detect meaningful patterns. Let me say that again. Fluid intelligence is the ability to solve problems, understand things, and detect meaningful patterns. So for someone who reads a lot, such people have, solving problems becomes so easy for them. Solving problems becomes so easy for them. And do you know why? Because when you read good and quality materials, you are able to view various scenarios from what you're reading. You are able to see things from people's point of view. You are able to see people's lifestyle, what they've been through, how they were able to go through tough times, and so many other things and valuable information. So reading automatically, the more you read, the more solving problems become easier for you. Because, for example, someone might come up to you and tell you, okay, I have a problem. If you are not vast, because if you are not vast in information, you might not be able to solve that person's problem. You will just, with sentiment, you just tell the person, okay, all will be well, don't worry. That's what you tell. But someone who reads a lot, someone who is very learned, someone who loves information, someone who loves to grow, will be able to recommend, okay, I think you should do this, I think you should do that, I think you should do it. So reading builds, enhances fluid reasoning. And I said fluid reasoning has to do with solving problems, understanding things, and building and detecting meaningful patterns. Number 4, when you read books with better structures, it helps you to think in sequence. I really love this. I really love this point. When you read books that is well structured, it helps you to think orderly. I'll put it like that. It helps you to think in order. Hope you know that before you achieve things in life, or before you start your day, it is proper for you to plan that day before you start it. So planning your day actually helps you mentally to structure. So before you start your day, you must have been prepared mentally before you start your day. So, and that's the way reading is. Reading good books with proper structures helps you to think in sequence. Helps you to think orderly. People who read a lot, people who value information, they don't do things anyhow. Their time, they know that time is very valuable. So they prefer to use that time to get valuable information for themselves. So reading good books, good and quality books with better structures, help you to think in sequence, helps you to think orderly. And the fifth one is that reading is a stress reducing activity. Reading helps you to reduce stress. Remember I said when you read, it helps you to improve concentration. It helps you to improve concentration. So when you are concentrated, when your mind is focused on something, when your mind is in the here and now, naturally it lowers your stress level. Why? Because you are not just, your mind is not just running helter-skelter. You are not just going everywhere at the same time. Your mind is focused. So for people who are going through stress, who are having a tough time to sleep and all that, get a good and a quality book to read. And I said reading reduces stress level. And also, it can also lower your heart rate and blood pressure. I know medical students might understand this better. So if you are finding it hard to get things done, if you are so distracted about life, about activities, about, just go get yourself a good book, lock yourself in that book, and begin to read. Because when you read, you engage your mind. When you are focused, you engage your mind. So remember the 5 points I'm sharing with you today, the importance of reading. 1, reading requires patience, diligence, and determination. 2, reading improves concentration. Number 3, reading enhances fluid reasoning. And I already said that fluid reasoning has to do with detecting meaningful patterns, solving problems, and understanding things generally. Number 4, books with better structures helps you to think in sequence, helps you to think orderly. And like I said before you get anything done physically, mentally, you already know, you already have a clear picture of what you want to do and what you want to achieve. And number 5, I said reading helps to reduce stress. It lowers your blood pressure. For those who are going through high blood pressure, for those who are going through stress in their system, in their body system, I think one of the best things I can recommend to you is to get a good book to read. And like I said yesterday, I said one of the things, if you're a parent or if you have those that you guide, one of the best values you can pass to people around you is to encourage them to read. Encourage them to get their minds busy. Encourage them to be the best version of themselves. And they can't be the best versions of themselves if they are not growing in knowledge. If they are not, because it is true that knowledge is power. Not only knowledge is power, applied knowledge is power. So, but if you don't have that knowledge, there's no, that it simply means that you lack power. So encourage people to read. Encourage people around you, not just to read junks. You can also recommend books for them to read. You can recommend the things that they can read. And this week, I'm also going to mention, I think part of the podcast I'm going to do this week is to recommend the kind of books that you can read that is going to help you think better, is going to help your mind better, is going to help you develop and grow. And I hope you've learned something. If you've learned something, please put something in the comment section so I can also learn from you, and also, read your feedbacks. Thank you so much. Let me just say hello to everybody that joined me, Frank Mimi and Abatagdosi. Please, let's go and share this so that people can be inspired and so that we can begin to lead a generation that reads. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to see you same time soon. Thank you so much. Bye and God bless.